Okay, everybody, today's the day. I'm finally doing a declutter of my dresser. I've been putting it off way too long. I've let procrastination get in the way, and also I've just been dealing with a lot lately. But it is going to happen today. I'm hoping that it'll make a dramatic change, so I'm going to show you the before. I gotta admit, it's a little bit embarrassing, especially since I talk about minimalism so often on this channel. But I just want to be real here and show you the raw before, unfiltered, unprepped. Okay, so here it is, lovely before. First of all, there are 2 IKEA bags worth of just more clothes that right now don't even fit in. So I don't know what that says about me. And then I'm not going to show you the top 2 drawers because they're kind of like, you know, my underwear and my socks and just other things that I don't need to be showing on the internet, but I will show you this first drawer. It is entirely packed and disorganized, and at some point I kind of gave up on folding. I don't know how that happened. Another packed full drawer. I'm planning to do a modular declutter, so I'm just doing the dresser. And I think my plan is to build my wardrobe on my bed and then just take everything else, put it away either in storage or in donation boxes, and then just live with a more curated wardrobe. Let's see how this goes. So here is the after of the new wardrobe I've built on my bed. Now I want to make it clear I do still have a closet, so things like dresses, my full jeans, nice blouses are all hung there, and I actually have another video about that, so I'll link that above and below. Here is my wardrobe stuff, my dresser stuff. And it includes kind of, you know, a variety of things, kind of some summery loose pants, some sweaters, lighter sweaters for summer, lots of t-shirts just because those are like my go-to and I love having a clean t-shirt. So I do have probably more than a typical minimalist aspiring person would have, but I do honestly use a lot of t-shirts, so I think that's somewhat justified. Here are some just nice blouses or sweater tanks for the summer, some pajamas and workout clothes, my 2 pairs of shorts there. I know somewhere in this house have another 2 pairs of shorts, so those are missing from here, but I'm going to find those and get those. I think they're in the laundry. And then some more sweaters. And that's more pajamas and workout clothes. So that's overall what it looks like on my bed. By building the wardrobe on my bed, I think it made it a lot easier to part with the rest. Oh, and just so you know, it's not organized yet, but this is all the stuff that I'm going to be decluttering or donating or putting in storage. I'm going to go through this after and just make sure everything's going to the right place. For now, I just kind of put it in a pile to make it easy, and that way I'm breaking down the chores of this declutter, but I'm going to at least be able to get this out of my bedroom for now, and then slowly fold them and get them ready for donation, clean them if I need to, etc. So there's that. Okay, now I'm going to throw these clothes into the dresser, see how it looks, and then maybe chat a little bit more with you about what I learned from this process, pieces that stood out in being difficult to declutter, and just what I learned. So stick around. after that declutter, and I wanted to just take a second to tell you some observations and lessons I learned from this particular declutter. I think it'll be helpful for those of you especially who are a little bit of a clutter magnet like I am and just struggle to minimize and declutter. Anyway, I want to share with you those tidbits, but before we get into that, I want to talk about the sponsor of today's video, so don't go away. Skillshare is an online learning community with classes on all kinds of topics. You might know them for their creative skill-based classes for things like photography, design, illustration, video editing, but they also have a lot of career-focused classes that I find really helpful. Most recently, I've been taking the course Be Your Own Boss: Strategies for Launching Your Creative Career with Martina Floor, letterer and designer. And she gives tips on how to build your reputation, how to use social media, how to find clients. In general, Skillshare's classes are just really fun. Like on a personal level, I love at the end of the day just winding down, watching some of their classes, which feels weird to say because it's a class and I'm expanding my skills and learning something, but they're honestly just so entertaining. What's cool is I have a great offer for you today. The first 1,000 people to hit the link in the description box below will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare, and I mean it, free, to access all of their different classes. That way you can just check it out, even learn a lot in the course of 1 month, and then decide whether you want to keep going with it. Not to mention, signing up is another great way to support my channel. Anyway, thanks to Skillshare, let's keep going with the video. So I guess I just wanted to share a few observations based on this declutter. The first observation is, whoa, did I have a bunch of stuff? Here I am making this channel about minimalism, and yet I still have a good amount of clothes in that dresser. It was overflowing. And I think it goes to show how easily we can reaccumulate things, even if we're being conscientious about it. Now I'll admit it, there was some shopping involved, but there were also a lot of things that just happened that caused me to reaccumulate. Things like people giving me gifts, or even people in my life giving me hand-me-downs. I've had friends and family members all give me hand-me-downs. So I think going back through my stuff gave me this extra perspective like, wow, I do need to be more conscientious about what I'm bringing into my space because ultimately it's just creating more work for me. The second thing I noticed is that already just in the course of the week since I did the declutter, it has made such a big impact for me, which I didn't even necessarily expect. Like I thought it might just help out a bit, but what I realized was, wow, lately my room had been getting more messy more quickly, but lately I've just kept everything in the dresser or the closet. It's easy to put in and out because it's not overly stuffed and there's extra surplus space in every drawer. And I honestly feel like it's almost helped me build a little confidence. Like when I go into my bedroom and I'm like, I can keep my bedroom tidy. I feel better about myself. A third observation I had was just that my mindset going into that declutter made such a difference. I purposely, right before I went into the declutter, listened to some content on minimalism, thought about why I wanted to make this change, thought about how my life could be easier, how having a streamlined bedroom space might just help me sleep, might help reduce stress, and somehow that helped the whole declutter go way more smoothly. It went way faster, and I just wasn't as overwhelmed. And it just ultimately allowed me to get rid of more, which ultimately allowed me to have a more streamlined space and improve my life more. And like I said, already in just the first week, I've seen a big change. The last thing I want to do in this video is quickly show you a couple of examples of pieces that were harder for me to part with, but that I am going to declutter. Now I kept them so I could show you guys, but don't worry, I will be donating these. The first piece is this Madewell striped shirt. It's a solid, good shirt. It has gotten a little stretched out around the collar, but like it's still usable, and so part of me was like, I should keep it, especially because it's one of the few shirts that my husband Andy regularly comments on whenever I put it on. He's like, I like that shirt on you. I don't know what he likes about it. It's pretty ordinary, but he, I think, so rarely notices clothes or cares about that kind of thing. For him to say something means a lot. So I've kept it for a long time, beyond when I've actually used it. Like, I honestly don't think I've worn this shirt in the past like year and a half, maybe 2 years. So I did just take a breath, take a second, and say, you know what? I don't need this. I don't wear it. I could donate it. Someone else might want it. Like, I feel like people do like Madewell as a brand. So if I saw this in a thrift store, I might be like, I might want to use that. It is interesting though, even now holding it and talking about it, part of me is like, ooh, do I want to keep it? Maybe I should wear it more, but no, I can't think like that. The second piece I'm going to show you is this t-shirt that I got a while ago from Target, and it says need more coffee, and somehow I was like, this is perfect for me. I love coffee. I also like the design of it. It's this nice gray color that's kind of neutral, and I like the font that the words are in. It feels relaxed and kind of like that perfect chill t-shirt. But the thing is that I don't know if you can see, but it is pilly all over the place, and so I never reach for it because it's not as soft as it used to be because it's all pilled up. And it also just looks really old and worn in. Like, I don't even know for sure whether I'm going to donate this one because it is just very worn and very clearly used. And so I think I'm going to get rid of it. If I can reduce some of the pilling, maybe I'll donate it. We'll see. I don't know. It is kind of sad sometimes when you have to retire a piece that you genuinely loved and used all the time. But if it's just not the same that it once was and you just don't use it because of that, you don't just need to keep it because at one point you used it a lot or at one point you really appreciated it. And that's a little lesson from this Decluttered, that just because I used to really like something and appreciate it and enjoy it doesn't mean that it's gonna last forever. And sometimes we just need to accept that. Ultimately, a lot of decluttering is about acceptance, like accepting things as they are and not pretending there's something else. Like not pretending you're going to use something again when realistically you're not. Or not pretending that in the future your lifestyle is going to be totally different. Just accepting things as they are now and just realizing, you know, I use this or I don't use this. I value this or I don't value this. This sparks joy now or it doesn't. I need to keep what works for me now. Nothing more, nothing less. Anyway, I guess that's most of what I have for you today. But I just want to bring your attention to another video you could watch if you enjoyed this one. It's about the psychology of clutter and how clutter might be affecting you in ways you don't even realize. So I'll be sure to link that at the end of this video. I think understanding that psychology can really help us part with less. Anyway, if you liked this video, hit the thumbs up button. It's a great way to support the channel. Also, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to see more videos on this type of topic. And thank you so much for spending this little bit of time with me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.